A lot of you have been asking about how to talk to your kids about the incoming administration. I have those same questions too. I'm a mom, I work in politics, but I am not an expert on parenting advice. However, my mother-in-law is a child psychologist, so here's what I've got. First of all, why talk to your kids? And I'm going to be looking at my notes here. Number one, if you don't talk to your kid, keep in mind that they are going to have heard things elsewhere and they're going to be seeking out information elsewhere. That could be from the kid at the back of the bus, somebody on TikTok, anywhere. You don't know if the sources of their information are accurate or if they're going to be aligning with your values. You want to make sure that they're getting information from a trusted source. And guess who's the most trusted source? That's you. Reason number two, it turns out that kids actually do want to hear from their parents. Research shows that when it comes to controversial issues, kids either wish that their parents had talked to them or they want to be able to talk to their parents. Third, and for me, this one's the most important, it opens the door. If they come to you about the small things, they're going to come to you about the bigger things. Now let's get into what to say. I just want to acknowledge, all the experts do, that this is not easy, so I'm not going to pretend that it is. The first and most important thing is to ask questions. Don't assume what they already know. Ask things like, what have you heard? What do you know? What do you think? Sometimes their response can come in the form of behavior rather than words, especially with our littles. That can signal, though, that they are worried if they sort of run away or hide under the couch or bury their head back in their iPad. And you can just say, you know what? We can talk about it as you get ready, and this can be an ongoing conversation. And there, you've let them know that you're there to talk. The other thing is that sometimes with any age kids that they might show anger. Sometimes with kids, anger covers fear. After you've asked questions, affirm that they are safe. Try to shrink their world a little bit. This can feel super overwhelming. So try to bring it back to you, to them, to your family, and remind them that they are safe. And together, we will figure this out. And then we're going to look a little bit outward. We can look to Mr. Rogers on this. We are going to find ways to be helpers. And this can be within our family, within our school, within our neighborhood. We're going to find ways to tap into our kindness. It can be so comforting to remind our kids that it's not just that we're helpers. There are millions of other people out there who want to be helpers too. Remind them that we will come out of this. Things evolve and change over time, and we can be part of that change if we don't ever give up. Now, if your kid is really struggling, please do not hesitate to reach out to a therapist where you live. We don't need to expect ourselves to be perfect. We will be imperfect and make mistakes in these conversations every day. That's okay. We can show our kids that it's okay to make mistakes too. And as important as it is for us to be teachers to our kids, I think most of all, it's important that we're listeners. We got this.